Hi, I'm Lisa Hoeffner, author of Commonplace's Integrated Reading and Writing. In January 2018, Common Ground Integrated Reading and Writing Basic will publish. Common Ground is a book that we've written for lower level students in integrated reading and writing classes. Many folks have talked about the need to find curriculum that is catered specifically to these students whose reading requires a lower Lexile and whose writing often requires a lot of intervention. We've attempted to do that in Common Ground in a number of ways. One thing we've done is we've tried to find readings that are really appropriate in terms of content and subject for our adult students, yet are written on a Lexile that's appropriate for lower level learners. We think we've found a number of really good readings that not only are accessible, but that are interesting and that are college appropriate in terms of theme. I've also found personally in the lower level classroom that I need to start at the sentence level with my students because really good writing is comprised of good sentences. And if I can get them to write really clear sentences, then I can work on getting them to write good paragraphs, and those good paragraphs can go into an essay fairly easily. So we start the book with a chapter on sentences, not only writing them, but reading complex sentences and not being discouraged when those sentences don't immediately make sense. We take sentences that have multiple parts and we dissect those, and students learn to gain confidence by reading in little chunks, the way we do when we come across sentences that are hard to understand. So this is one of the features of Common Ground that I think makes it a bit unusual, the fact that we start with sentences, we move to paragraphs, and we move to essays eventually as the book culminates. Another thing we do is we use a theme-based pedagogy because we believe that if we can get students to read groups of texts on a particular theme, then they can engage more fulsomely with that theme and can write some kind of response to that theme. So we include 3 thematic units on very diverse topics, including things such as financial literacy, fantasy. Why do we like fantasy so much in the United States? From video games to Game of Thrones. Why are we obsessed with fantasy? And we deal with other topics in the anthology, such as immigration and cultural differences. There are a number of topics that we believe will be engaging for these students and will help instructors to facilitate the use of a thematic-based approach to integrated reading and writing. Finally, we've also included in this book a handbook that we wrote specifically for lower level students. We have worked really hard to not use a lot of jargon. We've worked hard not to include content that is not absolutely necessary for these students. And so I think what you'll find in the handbook is a very usable collection of topics that can serve as a reference for these students, not only in this lowest level integrated reading and writing course, but as they go on to their other college writing and reading courses. I hope you'll take a look at Common Ground if you get a chance, and I hope it helps you as you continue to serve your various diverse populations of students, especially these lower level students who so need our intervention so that we can get them on track and get them into those college programs that they so desire to be a part of. Thank you.